TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Pentathlon.
Well, we are now on the semi-final one, which means that the competition is getting hotter, we're getting closer to the grand finale, and we now have the best of the best schools who will be competing with us in this very match.
Very well said. Well, nice to see you again on a very eventful day on the stage of TV1 Pentathlon. Just like Rishma mentioned, it is indeed the first ever semi-finals of Season 2 of TV1 Pentathlon, which means we'll be seeing a lot of talent on this stage, because for the schools who will be coming up on stage in a little bit, this is nothing new for them. They know how the whole thing works. So we are looking forward for some amazing talent to be displayed, because those who qualify from the semi-final will make it to the grand finale of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2. Without much further ado, let's start off with getting our schools introduced.
Yes, indeed. And joining us first on stage, we have the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya, Colombo.
Well, taking on the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya today on the very first semi-finals of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2 is going to be, let's put our hands together for Senanayake College, Colombo. Well, they say every game needs to have proper preparation, especially when it is a game of this nature. Both schools should be of equal level and equal level of excitement, enthusiasm, and also, I'm sure, pressure builds up. So, let's be true gentlemen. Let's ask the girls first. Visakha Vidyalaya, how is the preparation been?
Well, we are confident enough and ready to face any challenge as a team.
Rishma, any challenge as a team, they are ready. So
Yes,
I
and
am
you have
ready
a
to
big
challenge them.
challenge today.
I am also ready to challenge them today. So,
I mean, apart from Joel, you have other challenges today.
so
we now have Subhath, who is the captain from Senanayake. How has your preparation been so far?
Actually, we are proud of being the only competitive boys school in this semi-final rounds, and we'll try to uphold the honor of Mother Senanayake.
well, the only boys' school to take part in the semi-finals of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2. Well, that's the confidence which the boys from DS have within themselves. But let's make sure that they stick to their word and bring glory just the way they mentioned. Well, every game, it is a semi-final, so there needs to be a proper judgment to be given out. And today too, we have with us Johnny on the panel. Let's put our hands together for Mrs. Ayoma Damayanti, working as a resource person in the Ministry of Education. Well, we have our judges introduced, and also we have two teams introduced who are not strangers on this very stage. What do we do now?
We now move into the tossing of the coin to decide which of the schools go first in every round. And to oversee the toss, maybe invite the judge to join us, as well as the captains to join us front and center.
Well, it's time for the toss to decide which school will be going in first in each of every rounds, which will start in a little while. So, we gave them a chance to speak first. No, what do you think? Do you want to go first in the toss?
Ladies first.
No, I'm going to change the game today. Okay? So you decide what you're going to do. What do you want to do?
I'll give them a chance to.
You're changing it that way. Okay, so you have to select. So what do you want to do?
TV1.
TV1 it is, which means you'll be going with?
Pentathlon.
Pentathlon. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We have it on TV1, which means it's on the favoring side of the girls. What's your decision?
We will go first.
You want to go first. They want to go first. Are you ready to go last?
Yes,
Not
we are
last,
ready.
but follow. You ready to follow?
Yes.
So, good luck following the girls and good luck leading the boys. Let's shake hands and start things off. Well, the girls won the toss and they decided to go first in each and every round, giving the boys from Senanayake to follow the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya. Okay, so that's how the game is set. Without much further ado, let's start off with the rounds and giving it to the first round, which we call balance.
Your quiz. In our first round, each of our teams gets to select 3 core players, and these players have a challenge to answer a series of questions within 30 seconds while balancing a table tennis ball on a table tennis bat. If they do drop the ball even once, they will be disqualified from taking on further questions. Each correct answer gives them 5 points, but if the team is able to answer 10 questions or more correctly, they will get a bonus of 10 points.
Well, those are the rules and regulations of round 1, which is called Balance Your Quiz. So we'll start off with the girls and ask the captain who are your 3 core players.
It will be me, Nelushi and Diniti.
Okay, and who will be coming in first?
I'm gonna come.
Let's put our hands together for the captain. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so 30 seconds on the clock is set and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
A group of puppies is called what?
Cubs.
Wrong. Litter. Which British leader was nicknamed Iron Lady?
Margaret Thatcher.
Correct. Who wrote the novel The Trial?
Pass.
Franz Kafka. Name the largest lizard in the world.
Pass.
It's Komodo dragon. Which cricketer has captained the most number of ODIs?
MS Dhoni.
Wrong. It's Ricky Ponting. No questions.
Okay, so let's shift attention to the boys from DS. Subat, who are your 3 core players?
It will be Ilham, Nitin and myself.
And who's coming in first?
Ilham.
Let's put our hands together. 30 seconds to deal with. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
A group of eagles is called what?
Pass.
It's Convocation. Who was known as the Bard of Avon?
Ivan Terrible.
Wrong. It's William Shakespeare. Who wrote the novel The Black Tulip?
Ernest Hemingway.
Wrong. It's Alexander Dumas. What type of an animal is a canary?
Bird.
Correct. Which cricketer has played the most number of T20 international matches for Sri Lanka?
Tirakar Dilishan.
That's correct. Your questions are up.
Let's move on to the girls. And who's coming in next?
Nelushi.
Let's put our hands together. 30 seconds to deal with. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
A group of camels is called what? It's Caravan. Which athlete was nicknamed Louis Will Lip? It's Muhammad Ali. Who wrote the novel The Portrait of a Lady?
T.S. Eliot.
Wrong. Henry James. Oldest continuously operating zoo in the world is located in which country?
Peru.
Wrong. Austria. Which cricketer has played the most number of test matches for Sri Lanka?
Chaminda.
Wrong. It's Mahela Jayawardena.
And it's time for us once again to give the opportunity to the boys. Who's coming in?
Nitin.
Let's put our hands together. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
A group of crows is called what?
Pass.
It's murder. Columbus set sail to America with Nina, Pinta, and which other ship?
Maria.
It's Santa Maria. Who wrote the novel The Scarlet Letter?
Pass.
It's Nathaniel Hawthorne. World's largest zoo, Henry Dorley Zoo, is located in which US state?
New York.
Wrong. Nebraska. Which cricketer has captained the most number?
Well, the final chance for the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya. Who's coming in?
Diniti.
Let's put our hands together with Dimity. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
A group of alligators is called what?
Pass.
It's Congregation. Which heroine was nicknamed Maid of Orleans?
Pass.
It's Joan of Arc. Who wrote the play Faust?
Gote.
Correct. What type of animal is caiman?
Pass.
It's a crocodile. Which cricketer has captained the most number of test matches?
Kumar Sangakkar.
Wrong. It's Green Smith. Your questions are up.
Well, the final chance for the boys. Who's coming in?
I'll be
The
coming.
captain steps forward. Let's put our hands together. The time is set. 3, 2, 1, start.
A group of bears is called what?
Pass.
It's sloth. Which US president was known as Tricky Dick?
Abraham Lincoln.
Wrong. Richard Nixon. Who wrote the novel Animal Farm?
George Orwell.
Correct. World's largest aquarium is located in which US city?
San Francisco.
Wrong. Atlanta. Which cricketer has played the most number of T20 international matches?
Chris Gayle.
Wrong. Shoaib Malik. Questions are out.
Okay, so we need to find out. Both teams were not very well performed when it came to round one. But let's find out the scores and much more awaits you after this short break. This is TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Hello and welcome back. You're watching TV1 Pentathlon Season 2 and we're now in the very first semi-final of this season. Of course, we have two equally talented schools and they have just finished their very first round. Let's find out what the scores look like at the end of round one. We get started with the scores from Visakha Vidyalaya Colombo. At the end of round one, they have scored themselves 10 points. Meanwhile, from DS Senanayake College, at the end of round one, they have scored themselves 25 points.
Well, captains, from both schools, not the very best scores to start off things with, right? 10 and 25, not very good, right? It's a semi-final, so now what you got to do is up the game by giving your best performance on this very stage. Because the next round is round two, and we call it Express.
To impress. Our second round, Express to Impress, is actually a very fun round because we enjoy watching the students bring their own creative twist to a story lead that we provide them. They're supposed to come up with an entire act and present it before our judge, who will then be making her judgment based on whether they impressed her or not. So now let's get started by finding out what's the topic Visakha Vidyalaya picks for themselves. Two angels decided to visit a town. They wished to bless a family and provide them with enough wealth and happiness. The angels disguised themselves as two girls who were pale and dull in appearance. And then...
Who are we going to help today?
Let's see.
What a disgusting smell. Who are you?
Sir, can we please have some food?
We are starving for 3 days, sir.
Oh God, you spoiled my morning. Just go out. I don't have any food. Go out.
He's such a ruthless person. Wait, I have something for you. I brought food. Please have it. Thank you, sir.
Sir, wait. I have something to give you and this is what all we have. Please keep it.
Wow, it's a marvelous mirror. By the way, I'm looking really handsome today. But wait, what? There's an asteroid on it. I think a great disaster is going to happen. An asteroid is going to fall on our Earth. I can't let this happen. I'll inform the authorities. I'll call NASA. Please pick up the phone, sir.
CEO of NASA speaking.
So please listen. An asteroid is coming towards our Earth.
What?
We'll have to do something.
Do you have any evidence?
I don't have any
What
evidence.
nonsense?
But human lives are at stake.
They're not
Sir,
going to
an
do
asteroid is coming to our Earth.
What? Where is it right now?
30,000 light years away from Earth.
What's the velocity?
Sir, I can't calculate. It's too high.
Okay, according to statistics, we can stop it by sending the missile. Send it.
Okay, sir. Yes, we did.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And today is the 38th award ceremony of the Presidential Medal of Freedom in United States of America. So, who will be that distinguished personality receiving the award with a cash prize of $1 million US? So, I would like to invite the presentation party on stage to give away the medal. The President, the Vice President, and the Secretary of State. And the winner for today is David Lewis from Manchester for saving millions of lives of people from the asteroid which was going to fall on our planet Earth. So, David, what do you feel?
Actually, I feel immensely happy for saving thousands of lives of my fellow Americans, more than receiving this prestigious Medal of Freedom.
Thank you.
The girls' acting skills have improved, I think, now, after acting on this stage itself. If you feel the same, would you put your hands together? Well done. Well, it's all about getting impressed while watching you and while you express, and then our judge will give her recommendation and points at the end. So let's move on to the boys and find out what topic they pick.
Sarath the farmer was a very lazy man. He had fertile lands, but because of his laziness, he cultivated crops only in a part of his land. And then,
Oh, what a miserable life. Never find the end of it. Working, working and working. Can't get good money for the harvest. Pockets are empty. Commitments are more. Oh, I can't work. Sarath, where the hell are you? Huh? Relaxing? What kind of man is this? You lazy snail. This whole land is barren and empty while you relax. Aiyo, all you do is grumble and scold like a hellhound. Let me relax after a hard day of work. Please, what a life. You call me hellhound? What is this, huh? Oh God, why did I marry this man? My parents told, but I never thought. I heard your problem. I am the giving God. I heard your problem and I helped them. I help you to find happiness and prosperity. Where are the happiness and prosperity? I command them to appear before me.
We are at your service, Almighty.
I command you to help them in their lives.
I am prosperity. Now why were you so sad when you have all these fertile land? Get away of your laziness. Cultivate this and get some money in your pockets.
Why not? I am happiness. Look at me. I come with hard work and sacrifice. Those who all committed in hard work will be mine. Ha ha ha.
No one. What they are telling is true. I'm sorry I was so rude for you. From now on, I'll be a changed man. You know, we can do this together. Thank you, Lord, for your gracious help.
Well, a lot of out-of-box thinking by the boys from DS Senanayake College, Colombo. Well, you took up the role of the wife, and only you were able to scold the husband, no? I am giving you an opportunity. Would you like to scold the wife in return?
I mean, I do that like every day.
Every day? No, not real life. I mean here.
Okay.
How would you scold your wife? Now he said, why did I marry this man?
Right.
You also say something in return.
I mean, I really didn't have a choice.
If it was in Sinhalese, there's a nice way to say that, no? Scold your wife.
I mean, it really wasn't my choice, you know. My parents forced me. I didn't like you anyways.
In the future, if your husband scold you like that, what would you say? If you can't? Anyway, audience, it's up to you to decide what the boys would continue and what the girls would say. Anyway, so with that, we come to an end of round 2, but the points are yet to be revealed, and our judge right now is working on it. Let's focus our attention to Miss Ayoma Damayanti and ask her what the score is like.
Visakha Vidyalaya, Colombo has scored 80 marks. Then DS Senanayake College has scored 86 marks.
So you've heard the judge give her verdict, and now it's time to look at the totals at the end of round 2. We have Visakha Vidyalaya at the end of second round, scoring themselves 90 points. And we have DS Senanayake College at the end of 2 rounds, scoring themselves 111 points.
with that being said, it's time and an opportunity for you to do better as we progress. And the next round is called a personal favorite and also a very enthusiastic game, which is called the third round, Word.
The bus. In round 3, each of our teams gets to send forward 3 core players. The team is then given a word which is 12 alphabets long with several of the letters covered. In order to unlock the letter and correctly guess the word, the team will have to successfully net the ball into the basket. Each successful netting gives them 10 points, and if they're then able to correctly answer the word, they will then get a further of 70 points.
Well, you heard the rules and regulations. I'm very sure that the girls and boys both very well know how the game is played. So let's start off with the girls and see what number they pick for themselves.
Word number 4.
Well, Isumi has picked out word number 4. Who are your 3 co-players for this round?
It will be Diniti, Dulmi and Himashi.
Okay, those are the 3 co-players. So the 3 players have been decided. And let's now find out what the word is. Well, we got 2 blanks to start off with. S, 2 blanks, T, 2 blanks, C, 2 blanks, and N at the end. Isumi, who will you be sending in first, and what is that letter she would like to unlock?
Diniti is coming for the first blank.
Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, not a successful basket. Isumi, who's coming in next, and what is the letter?
Dulmi is coming for the space before T.
Okay, let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, the ball seems to be going and turning around and falling outside. But who is coming in next?
Himashi is coming for the blank after S.
Okay, I think you might be able to put this. Are you sure about it?
Yes.
Yes. Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Are you going to send in additional players?
Yes, I'm going to come for the first blank.
3, 2, 1, go. Well, sending in more players other than the allocated means deduction of points. What are you going to do? Are you going to decide what the word is, or are you going to send in your final player?
Melushi is coming for the blank after T.
Go. Isumi, that's why you should always make use of the height in this game. It works well. Okay, so now the pressure builds as you got to decide what the word is. Already you have 4 unsuccessful attempts and your final attempt was successful. However, you got 4 locks and a few blanks to be filled. Your countdown begins now. 5, 4, 3.
The word is abstraction.
What?
Disattraction.
You need to make up your mind. This is the semi-finals.
Disattraction.
Are you going home today?
Disattraction.
Or are you going to decide what the word is? Correctly. I have stopped my countdown. What is the word? You know what the word is? You're not sure what the word is. So we believe that your attempts, 4 unsuccessful, 1 successful. However, you are not able to decide what the word is. Visakha Vidyalaya, there's already negative points because you send in additional players. Let's find out what the correct word is. The boys are eagerly waiting to capitalize on the downfall of the girls. Am I right? I'm wrong. You don't want to make use of their negative points.
Not actually, but we'll try our best.
Okay. Let's see how well they take part, but before that, they need to pick the number for themselves.
Word number 3.
Well, the captain picked out word number 3. Subat, who are your 3 co-players?
It will be Ilham, Seni and myself.
Okay, so let's take a look at word number 3. We got 2 blanks to start off with N, 2 blanks O, 2 blanks R, 2 blanks and an E at the end. Who will you be sending in first and what is that letter?
Seni for the letter after N.
Come forward. Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Starting off with an unsuccessful attempt. Who is coming in next and what is that letter you would like unlocked?
Ilham for the first letter.
Ilham, come forward. 3, 2, 1, go. A twist and a fall into the basket. A successful one. Who is coming in next?
The letter before O and I will be gone.
For the captain, let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. That was an unsuccessful attempt by the captain. Are you sending in additional players or are you going to decide what the word is?
We are sending Nitina for the blank before R.
Okay, additional player comes forward. Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, what's your decision?
We are going to guess.
You're going to guess what the word is. 3 unsuccessful attempts, 1 successful attempt, 3 locks and a few blanks missing to be filled. Well, dear Senanayake College, your time starts now. The countdown begins. 5, 4, 3.
We are gonna guess the word.
You're going to guess what the word is. What is the word?
The word is controversy.
Can you spell it out, please?
CONTROVERSIE.
Okay, so sometimes the game could end up with both schools not being able to guess what the word is. But still, we are not sure because we haven't checked out what the word is. So it's time for us and the audience to find out what the word is. Well, both schools have ended up with not being able to decide what the word is. Well, that's how round 3 comes to an end. We'll have all the scores and much more. Just a reminder that the game is tough because it is the first ever semi-finals of TV1 Pentathlon. Season 2 will be right back after this break. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You are watching TV1 Pentathlon Season 2 and we are today in our very first semi-final between the boys of Senanayake College as well as the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya. We just finished 3 rounds and it's time for us to find out what the results look like at the end of round 3. Let's start off with the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya. In round 3, unfortunately they scored themselves -10 and that brings their total now to 80 points. And meanwhile, the boys from Senanayake College in round 3 scored themselves 0 points and that keeps their total at 111 points.
Well, we have completed 3 rounds. Still, I'm sure both schools are capable of doing much more. Because we have seen your performance, both DS and Visakha, you all have been amazing. That is why you all are here. But that's what, the game is intense because both schools are powerful, competing against each other. And it improves when we progress. It's time for us to move on to the 4th round, which we call Target
Your Knowledge. In round 4, each of our teams gets to send forward 3 co-players. They then have to swing a golf club and hit the golf ball into any one of the holes which correspond to a particular subject from where they will then be asked a question. Each correct answer gives them 25 points. If they choose to double and answer correctly, they will get themselves 50 points. However, if they choose to double and answer incorrectly, there will be negative marking.
Well, that's how the rules and regulations work off in round 4, which is target and knowledge. Let me quickly take you through the colors and the subjects which those colors represent. On blue, we got sports and games. On green, we got geography. Purple is for literature. Yellow is for art and entertainment. Then we have orange, which represents the color history. And we have red, science and technology. And on white, we got trump, which is a lucky one, where you could select any of those subjects which I just mentioned. So we start off with the boys. No, we start off with the girls. Yes, we start off with the girls. And let's ask Isumi who her 3 co-players are.
It will be me, Nelushi and Himashi.
Who's coming in first?
Himashi.
Himashi comes forward first. Let's put our hands together. You ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was a direct hit on purple, which is literature. Let's find out how well they capitalized this opportunity.
You've got literature. Do you want to go in for a double?
Yes.
Yes, all right. So now let's take a look at your visual. Name this American playwright, screenwriter and author whose most famous play is The Odd Couple. Your options are A. Edward Albee, B. David Mamet, C. Eugene O'Neill, or D. Neil Simon.
Eugene O'Neill.
Okay, fine. So you have chosen C. Eugene O'Neill. This is a question for a double. How sure are you about your answer?
Sure.
Not sure. You're sure?
No.
Sure, no, not sure. All right, so you have answered C. Eugene O'Neill. If the answer is incorrect, you have negative points. Remember, the correct answer is D. Neil Simon.
Well, the girls wanted to go for a double. However, it didn't work off well. Let's move on to the captain of DS and ask who are his 3 co-players for this
It
round.
will be Senior, Daham and myself.
Who's coming in first?
Daham.
Let's put our hands together for the hound. You ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was on yellow, which is art and entertainment.
Yellow for arts. Do you want to go in for a double? No. Okay, let's take a look at your visual. Name this lead singer of rock band Queen, who is consistently voted one of the greatest singers in history. Your options are A. Ozzy Osbourne, B. Smokey Robinson, C. Freddie Mercury, or D. Jimmy Page.
C. Freddie Mercury.
C. Freddie Mercury is the correct answer.
Well, the boys are starting off the round with some good points coming into their scoreboard. Let's move our attention to the girls. Who's coming in next?
I'm gonna come.
The captain steps forward. Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was a trump, which means they can select any of the preferred subjects. Let's see what they pick for themselves.
So you've got a trump. What are you going to choose?
Geography.
Geography. Let's take a look at your visual. Identify this volcanic island. Your options are A. Vesuvius, B. Krakatau, C. Etna, or D. St. Helens.
Krakatoa.
All right, your answer is B. Krakatoa, and that is the correct answer.
Have you heard about that? Isumi? Takato? Have heard?
Yes.
On which book did you see that? This is why you say it's called luck by chance. Okay, right. So let's move on to the boys from DS. Who's coming in?
Seni.
Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go.
You got literature. Do you want to go in for a double? All right, let's take a look at your visual. Name this author who was considered one of the big three science fiction writers during his lifetime, and his major work include Galactic Empire series and the Robo series. Your options are A. Robert Heinlein, B. Philip Dick, C. Isaac Asimov, or D. Ray Bradbury. Time is running out.
See.
C. Isaac Asimov is the correct answer.
I'm not sure what I'm going to say now. Ilham,
Yes.
you knew the answer.
No.
Or you said, say it, say it, say it. It's right. Tactic took. Okay, so luck plays off well once again for DS Senanayake College. The final chance for the girls in round 4.
Hello, she's gonna.
3, 2, 1, go. Well, you got literature before. The school got literature, which means you have another chance to go. You're ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it's the second chance, and they got orange, which is history.
Let's take a look at your visual. She was the fourth wife of Mao Zedong and was known for forming the radical political alliance known as the Gang of Four. Who is she? Your options are A. Jiang Qing, B. Sun Chunyan, C. Liu Yandong, or D. Li Bin. B. Sun Chunyan. You're not sure about the answer, are you? All right, okay, so your answer is B. The correct answer is A. Jiang Qing.
Well, the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya were not able to capitalize on their final attempt in round 4. Let's see where the game would be different for the boys from DS who's coming in. The captain steps forward. Let's put our hands together. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. First one was an unsuccessful attempt, the second chance. Second one was an unsuccessful attempt too. Your final and third chance. Well, 2 unsuccessful attempts and the final one was well capitalized with a trump, which means they can select any preferred subject.
And what's the subject you'd like
Sports.
to go? Sports. Are you going for a double? All right, let's take a look at the visual. Name the 6-time Olympic medal-winning track and field athlete ranked among the all-time greatest athletes in the heptathlon as well as long jump. Your options are A. Mary Decker, B. Teresa Rudolph, C. Evelyn Ashford, or D. Jackie Joyner Kersey?
The answer is D. Jackie Joyner.
D. Jackie Joyner Kersey. Are you sure? No? That is the correct answer.
Well, with that, we come to an end of the fourth round as well. Well, do you think that the points have now changed, or has there been a deduction or addition to the points table? We need to find out. Let's focus our attention to the points at the end of 4 rounds.
Let's now take a look at the scores at the end of round 4. In round 4, we saw the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya scoring themselves 10 points, and that brings their total up to 90 points. Meanwhile, the boys from DS Senanayake College in round 4 scored themselves 75 points, and that brings their total up to 186 points.
Well, the points have increased drastically for the boys from DS Senanayake College, and which means there is a huge gap for the girls to work on. Are you ready to take that challenge?
Yes.
You are ready, Sumi, with your team?
Yes.
You sure you can get the top spot in the grand finale?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, is a spirit which we need, that attitude right here, because this is the semi-finals. So let's move on to our 5th and final deciding round, which we call the buzzer.
We now move on to the 5th and final round, the buzzer round. The rules are very simple. We have 10 questions and each correct answer gives the team 10 points. Let's get started with question number 1. Which company recently became the world's first $1 trillion Isumi?
Apple.
$1 trillion company, Apple is the correct answer. Question number 2. Name the captain of Sri Lanka's netball team. Subath. Time's up. Do we have the answer from this side? No? All right. The question is, name the captain of Sri Lanka's netball team which recently won the Asian Championship, and the correct answer is Chaturangi Jayasuriya. We move on to question number 3. Who is the world's highest paid actress? Isumi?
Deepika Padukone.
Do we have the answer from here? Senia?
Jennifer Lawrence.
That's the incorrect answer. Who is the world's highest paid actress in the year 2018? The correct answer is Scarlett Johansson. We move on now to question number 4. Pulitzer Prize is presented by which... Subath?
University of Columbia.
It's presented by which university in the USA? The Columbia University is the correct answer. Question number 5. Victoria Falls is located between which? Subath?
USA and Canada.
That's the incorrect answer. I will complete the question. Victoria Falls is located between which 2 countries? Do we have the answer?
Zimbabwe and Zambia.
That's the correct answer. Question number 6. A Twitter post or a tweet is limited to how many characters? Senia?
300.
That's the incorrect answer. Do we have the answer from here? Deniti?
500.
That's the incorrect answer. The correct answer is 280. We move on to question number 7. Newton's laws of motion were first published in which century?
17th century.
That's the correct answer. Question number 8. How many countries are participating in the current Asia Cup cricket tournament? Diniti?
6.
That's the correct answer. Question number 9. Upon its completion in the year 2020, this tower will be the world's tallest building. Name it. Time's up. The correct answer is Jeddah Tower. And we now move on to the final question. Question number 10. Nadia Comaneci scored
1976 Montreal.
Scored a perfect 10 in gymnastics in which Olympic Games? And the correct answer is 1976 Montreal.
Well, that was indeed a somewhat better round compared to the rest of the 4 rounds which was worked off by both the schools, that's DS and Visakha Vidyalaya. But we are not very sure how the points look like because the game is tough and the marking is tough. And we are yet to find out who is getting closer to the grand finale. We'll have all those details and much more. Keep it locked, keep it tuned. This is TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Hello and welcome. You are watching TV1 Pentathlon Season 2 and we are now at the end of the very first semi-final here at Season 2. At the end of this segment, you will find out which one of our schools will be our very first finalist to take part in the grand finale. But before we reveal the results just as yet, it's time for us to find out, first of all, who the best player of the day is, or how we know it as the pentathlete of the day.
And for that, I would like to invite our judge to read the result out. Who is the pentathlete of semi-final 1?
Yes, now you are eagerly waiting to hear the pentathlete today. I selected pentathlete according to overall performances throughout the today's program. Some points I took into consideration: contribution to the team, as this is a team effort, active participation, and the marks obtained individually. Proudly I want to say this is the second time I selected this boy as the pentathlete. Now you know who is the boy. Today the pentathlete is Subhath from DS Senanayake College, Colombo.
Well, it is indeed a double celebration for Subhath from DS Senanayake College, who is also the captain and walks away with the title of pentathlete for the second consecutive time on this very stage. Well, congratulations to you, Subhath, and thank you very much, Ms. Ioma, for the judgment and also reading out the pentathlete. With that being said, are we ready to reveal the results?
Yes, indeed we are. It's time now to find out which one of our teams is going all the way to the grand finale. It's a very exciting moment indeed. So let's get started with the final result. In the 5th round, we saw Visakha Vidyalaya scoring themselves 30 points, and that brings them to the grand total of 120 points. And meanwhile, the boys from DS Senanayake College in the 5th round, they scored themselves 5 points, but that brings their total up to 191 points, making them a finalist in the grand finale.
Well, congratulations to DS Senanayake College, Colombo, and they are, just like they mentioned at the start of the game, the only boys' school to enter to the grand finale of Season 2 of TV1 Pentathlon. Indeed, some great news, and once again, congratulations, but also not forgetting that they were able to get here because they were good. So, the team led by Isumi from Visakha Vidyalaya has worked off very hard, competing against some of the topmost schools in the island. You know it very well because you learned a lot and gained a lot of experience on this very stage. Just like I also mentioned, your acting skills, the entire team has improved getting on this stage. So I believe that we need to give it out Loud and clear for the girls from Visakha Vidyalaya as well. And with that, it's time for us to move on to the presentation, and I would like to invite Mrs. Ayoma Damayanti to step on stage for the presentation.
Time now for us to acknowledge and recognize who the best player of this match was. The pentathlete of the day is none other than the captain from DS Senanayake College, the winning school as well. Let's give it up to Subat.
I would like to invite the team led by Isumi to come forward and obtain their certificates. Well, while we celebrate the victory of DS Senanayake College, who has already secured a spot in the grand finale of Season 2 of TV1 Pentathlon, girls from Visakha Vidyalaya, I have some good news for you. If you get a chance to be on the grand finale, how would it feel for you?
Great.
It would feel great. So, here's the news to be broken to all of you. You have one more game to secure your spot as the third school who will be competing in the grand finale. But for that, you have another match to be played, which we will find out as we progress. So, with the hope of seeing you on the stage of the grand finale, it's time for us to wrap things today from the stage of the very first semi-final of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.